What is going on, people? Curtis Smith here. Colleen Smith here. Low Key Conversations. How y'all doing? How y'all living? How y'all feeling? Yeah, we're here. We're back. Season 2. This is episode 2. And we just gonna jump right in and hit the ground running. I have my guest this week is a gentleman that I've known for a long time. One of the guys that was instrumental in me actually diving into the music. He has been my DJ for over 20 years. I would like to welcome DJ ShaBoo to the show. ShaBoo, what's poppin'?
Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are.
How you doing, man?
I'm good.
Yeah?
Full stomach now, I'm good.
Oh, yeah, you did just finish eating. Yeah. I'm still hungry, man. Everybody ate around me. I ain't getting nothing to eat yet.
Wait, hold on.
We were waiting on you.
You just came back with food.
No,
you didn't get none of it?
That was my food.
I didn't come back for me.
Oh, see, that's love.
That's
love.
Thank you, Shot.
That's love.
Thank you. See how he recognized?
That's because you got pizza.
I didn't eat none.
Oh.
I got that for the children's.
See how I sparked that? See how I sparked that?
I'm a provider first. I got a couple of things I want to talk about. So you've been DJing for me for like over 20, but you was DJing even before that.
Yeah.
So how long have you been an actual DJ? Don't have to. You gotta think about it. You know how long.
Oh, I know when I actually touched turntables was 89, 90.
Oh God, you
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
I wasn't thinking about rapping.
Oh yeah.
But that's crazy. All right, so this is what I have to say about just what you do. A DJ's longevity can span exponentially. Like it can just keep going. Like a DJ is like the end all be all of any situation of entertainment. Like I don't think y'all get enough respect. But I've seen DJs come and go in this city. You still doing it. What separates what you do from what everybody else has done? Like, how is it that you've been able to stay as relevant as you've been for over 20 years in our city doing what it is that you do?
You gotta love what you're doing first.
Yeah.
Because when you start something, no matter what it is, if you don't have the genuine love for it, you're gonna lose the interest. That's all it is. Like I don't look at it as work.
Yeah.
I get paid to do what I love to do.
Yeah.
So the compensation is the bonus. I'm just able to make a living off of what I like to do.
Yeah.
That's where the longevity is. And you also got to reinvent yourself. You got to stay true to yourself, but go with the times.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people are stuck in their ways, and you're only going to go so far.
Yeah.
So you got to be open. Like they say, money's green.
Yep.
So stay true to yourself, but put yourself in different avenues.
Okay.
Because there's many different roads you can take and enjoy the craft that you know.
Have you ever lost the love though? Like, have you ever been in a situation where you just looked at what was happening and was like, oh.
See, well, actually,
I don't know if I want to spin that record.
there's been, trust me, I've had to there've been some requests, and I'll be like, but then I stop and think, and I'm like, yeah, but that check look right though.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm like, the song's only 3 minutes long, so yeah, but then again, it also depends on, if I'm working in a club, which is a public setting, and a random person wants to hear something, I'll be like, listen, if it don't fit with the crowd that's here, I ain't doing it.
Yeah.
I tell them straight up. Like, I'm at the point now, before, you're getting your feet wet and you're trying to get the name for yourself and get people to, really show you that love and respect.
Yeah.
So you pretty much gonna sell yourself. You doing what you got to do.
You pimping
exactly. You pimp yourself out so that you get that reputation. But then when you get to that point where it's like, all right, I done paid my dues, and I know the business, I know what I'm doing. Now you can look a person in the face and be like, oh, listen here, buddy, I got 300 people having a good time. I'm not clearing the floor for your request.
Yeah.
And then I've been in situations where they just leaning over me like, when you gonna play my song? I'm like, until you're the one paying me at the end of the night.
Yeah. Not gonna.
So you might as
You
well
put up
get
a
another
sign
drink.
that says no request.
No, I tell them to their face. So there was one time I had to like literally, I turned the music down. Like I was like, what'd you say? And everybody's like,
What happened?
I straight embarrassed him. Like, yo, when are you gonna leave me alone? Like, oh, okay, hold on. He's trying to say something.
Yeah.
So then they be like, oh, they feel stupid and walk away. I'm like, yeah, it's DJing now from when we first like. It's gotten, and I think technology did that.
Yeah.
People have gotten, because back in the day when the DJ was, like, he was the focal point. Like the DJ, everybody was waiting to be entertained by that DJ and see what the DJ was gonna drop.
Yep.
They always wanted to be surprised.
Yeah.
Now people are like dictating, like, you're an iPod.
Yeah.
Like they're like,
Right.
play my playlist and I want you to shuffle it. And it's like, no, I'm DJing. You don't understand. Like, I'm entertaining. You're not going to tell me to play 128 beats, then go to 70, then go to 100, then go to... No. Like, sit back, relax.
Enjoy the show.
I got your 5 requests,
Yeah.
and I'm going to put them together.
Yeah. It's just not going to happen.
It's
when
just,
you want
it's
it to
not,
happen.
you aren't the one hitting shuffle here, but it's what it is. Like, that's... And I just... Like I said, there's been some times where, especially if somebody asks you for a favor and they trying to ask more of you than the person that hit you off with some
Money.
bread.
Yeah.
So I look at them like, I'm doing you a favor.
Yeah.
I suggest you walk over there before you don't have entertainment for the last 2 hours.
Yeah.
Like it gets tough and it gets frustrating, but because I love what I do,
You take.
I take it with a grain of salt, and I try to figure out ways to. You're basically learning every time.
Yep.
Even if you're playing the same music for the same type of people, you're learning every time, and you just learn from your mistakes. You just see things, you remember it, so you know. Whoa, okay, I'm not gonna put myself, and now I'll go this way.
Yeah.
Try this. Like, so there's a lot. There's a lot of avenues that DJs can take. But like I said, a lot of them are just so dead set in their ways and what they like and what it's just. But see, I grew up listening to everything.
Yeah.
So it's not difficult for me to play anything.
Yeah.
Because of the decades of music that I grew up on and the genres of music, I just grew up around music.
Yeah.
So it was just basically, if it wasn't turntables, I'd probably be playing another instrument. Like, it's just...
How was that transition for you, though? The technology. How was the transition between going from, turntables and records to the digital?
Well, I still got my turntables, but I actually like it. The fact that the MP3s came out, because...
Carrying them crates, boy.
Listen...
I don't miss carrying them crates.
This is why there's so many. I'm in so many DJ groups and there's so many arguments. I mean, beefs over someone who wants to become a DJ in 2016 opposed to somebody who became a DJ in '86, and it's like, well, if you never carried record crates, then you're not a real DJ. It's like, listen, you're born when you're born. Technology comes out whenever, but if you're not gonna respect the fact that a DJ that's 15 years older than you had to literally carry 7 crates of records and probably still didn't have all the music that the people wanted to hear. But then again, back then, most of the songs were a little longer. The type of songs that were made back then were for partying.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you can come with 3 crates of music and rock a party, like a house party, all night. Like, you could just keep going. And to the point, you could just keep repeating a song throughout the night.
Yeah.
Everybody's having a good time. Now, everybody's so spoiled. They're like, oh, so you got this song? Oh, yeah, I heard it on YouTube. Doesn't mean that it's available for the DJ. You know what I'm saying? Like, just because you heard it on, you know what I'm saying? Like, I honestly, nowadays, the toughest parties to do are the teenage parties.
Yeah.
Because
they're so spoiled.
I thought I'd get exclusives. Kids come to me like, yo, you got da-da-da. I'm like, wait, hold on a second. What? I'm scrolling through my email like, ain't nobody sent me no, wait, what's the name? Like, and I'm sitting there like, yo, the kids get access to stuff so quick. It's like, I gotta stay on top of my game. Like, like, it's just more work now, especially because they be coming up with something like, yo, you ain't heard of da-da-da-da-da. You ain't got this song, da-da-da. I'm like, yo, that's not even an album track. What are you talking about? Like, where did it come from? And it's just because the way the internet and technology is now, I mean, music is just available, boom, every 30 seconds. Every 30 seconds, somebody's either dropping a freestyle. So instead of us having to carry so many crates, the physical work, now it's the mental and the time of just sitting there collecting.
Yeah.
Like, so behind the scenes, it's like, because before, I mean, it was fun to go to the music stores and go through the records and like, I was talking to somebody the other day and I was like, I can't remember the last time I seen an album cover. Everything is MP3, so I don't know if new music comes out. I don't even know what the artist looks like until I see them physically. Like, I don't know what half these artists look like.
I'm the same way.
Yeah.
Because I remember going to get the album cover, and even some album covers had artwork, but you still saw a picture with the music, so you can relate. You can say, "Oh, that's such and such." Yeah. Now it's like, okay, I've been playing that person's music for 5 years. I ain't never seen what they look like.
Yeah. I feel like that's happening now too. Like, even with, like, a lot of the artists are trying to, like, stay, like, out of the, because it's so like, the videos have become more important now. You know what I mean? Like, I remember there was a time where, like, the videos was the end all be all, and then everything just fell off as far as videos. Like, all the video shows disappeared. Like, you had, like, TRL and all those shows, and then they all
you was anticipating. They're like, premiere. Make sure you tune in. For the premiere.
The videos became obsolete, and now it seems like the videos are becoming more and more important, but they're not broadcasted the way they used to be.
No, they're all on YouTube.
Yeah, everything's online now.
Yeah, they cater towards.
You got to go to Facebook or YouTube to see these exclusive videos now, and they don't have. It's like you said, they're not in the videos. Everything's like featured movies, and it's.
Yeah.
I feel like it takes away from the music now, because it's more visual now, and it's not the music anymore. Everything's visual. I don't know. That's just my personal opinion.
Half the music is garbage now anyways. So.
We're old. That's what that
That's
when
you know. That's what I'm telling you. That's when you know. When you just look back. Because you remember when we was listening to hip-hop in the 90s, and our parents are like, what the hell is this? What? Ice Cube death certificate? What?
Yeah.
Like,
no. But look, here's a perfect example. Perfect example. And this is music, so I can plug this all day because it's good music. Mm-hmm. So when we was growing up, DOS effects. They want effects. I'm in the car. Look, I'm in the car last week with Aaliyah.
Rickety row.
Yo, I'm in the car last week with Aaliyah, and it comes on my playlist, and you know the beginner, and then out of nowhere he's bum stickety bum. And I'm singing it word for word. I'm singing it word for word, and she's just giving me this dead look, like,
okay.
Yeah.
Like, what is that? What do you? Because when you listen to the song, the whole song is nursery rhymes.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's all nursery rhymes. So she's like, but then now you think about the little Uzi Verts and
that's what they don't understand. It's the same, but a newer generation.
Exactly.
The way they're rapping now, like.
And I hear some of this stuff that comes on the radio now, and I'm like, I can't get on board with this. But then, like, you hear the older established artists, they're like, we was young at one point too. Let them do them. I'm still in the crib, like, you listen to that?
I think it's the production, really, because
I can't get with it. Not all of them. There's only a handful of them.
Like, it was just the style of music back in, because I don't know, nowadays it's just like
Everybody.
What are
looks
you
the same.
on when you sat in front of that computer to produce that beat
you know what
and
they
then
were
write
on.
that? So like what like
They was on everything.
yeah like what
Except
ran
nothing.
through your brain to be like, yo, that's a hit, man. Yeah, that's a hit, son.
But they make it a hit. You know who makes it a hit? The internet.
And that's why it's taken away from the DJ. The DJ used to dictate.
Yeah.
When the DJ played it, they were like, oh, what is that? Yeah, he would be the one to say, okay,
Yeah.
we're breaking this record right now.
Yep.
Now it's like, here, play these. Whoa, that's my job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you not? Is there anything that you won't rock? Like you don't have a like. There's no cap on you. Like you'll
Dubstep.
Oh, that's the worst.
Dubstep.
Really?
I listen.
Kids love that.
I remember when my
don't
son
even
went through
think I
that
can-
dubstep phase.
Listen,
Oh, that was the worst.
I don't know if I heard. I don't know if I would be able to identify dubstep if I heard.
It's exactly what it sounds like. Dub meaning dub. Like
Yeah.
the beat is.
I know
doubled
one
up. It's
song,
tri-
and it
it's-
starts
it's-
with "They blocked me on Facebook."
Yeah, it's just
And
it's
it
it's
just
like
repeats
a
it for
on
like
time. It's
10
like an on
minutes.
time off time. Like it's just. It's like it's like taking a cup with marbles and just like it's just. I just
don't think
can't
I
get
can
into it. I
identify.
can't. I can listen to EDM. I can listen to house. I can listen to techno, but dubstep, just something about it. Just
Irritates you.
it just sounds like. It sounds like Transformers on opioids. Like it just like it sounds like Bumblebee just tripping. Like it just
Now I'm curious
it,
because Aaliyah
yo
loves dubstep.
yo
I
it's
don't know why.
it's I don't know. Like there's no. The only thing you're gonna get out of it is just the production of it. There's no. Don't sit there and listen. Expect
Don't
some
listen for
lyrics.
lyrics?
Don't look for no lyrics. It's not gonna happen. You just sit there and just
So I'm not gonna be able to be like bars.
no. You're gonna be like
like
Mars.
3 words.
You're gonna be like Mars,
In a whole
another
song,
planet.
3
Like
words.
that's what, like
On repeat.
that's what that is. That's yeah.
Yeah, I gotta hear it. I don't know. I'm just. I there's a lot of stuff that I just can't get hip with. Did I say hip? Damn, I'm old.
So do you usually play in clubs? Or parties?
Lately, I kind of strayed away from it, because of the new generation. The way, well, we'll just say in our area, the way the nightlife is, it's not the same as it was in the late '90s.
Yeah.
So, and with all the bookings that I get on the side, like the private gigs, I just got busier with that. So I just stuck with that because, yeah, there's a lot more money in that.
Yeah.
And it's a lot less headache.
Okay, but
I
wait.
feel like there's a lot of drama if you're out, with the younger crowds and DJing at a club. I'm sure you see a lot of stuff.
No,
Probably
it's not any different from when we were younger.
Yeah.
It's just, we just got to deal with the children, the offsprings of the ones we was seeing doing the riffraff.
Yeah.
Apple didn't fall to farm. Drake. So that's all. But yeah, it's just newer music, newer generation,
Yeah.
same bar, same liquor.
So if we, I don't know, because all right, the night the club scene isn't what it used to be out here, and it's sad to say as far as like DJs are concerned, like you have to go outside of your area to actually get recognition. Because I know for a fact that there's no nightlife out here anymore. You know what I mean? Like there's few and far between. Like there's a couple of establishments,
There
but
might be. We don't know about it because we're old.
Yeah,
we go
'cause
to
we
the
old.
same 3 places.
yeah, but none of those places have DJs.
But
So
what kind of killed it's technology, because you get the kids that, okay, say this year, some kid's gonna start freshman year in college. He wants to make extra money on the side. Mommy and daddy take him to Guitar Center, swipe the card. He has a controller, he has a laptop. He's already collected music on his iTunes. Now he's a DJ.
Wow. And it just bypasses all your hard
So
work.
now he can go do these college nights because he's a freshman. He goes to college. He has friends.
he has access.
They go watch their friend who became a DJ 1 month before he moved into his dorm.
Yeah.
He may have been gifted and has the talent. He may not have the
I
talent.
just don't know any
but
better.
because this 19-year-old has equipment and MP3s and 30 kids that came to see him, now he's a resident DJ.
Yeah.
Wasn't like that when I was coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't even think about hitting the clubs unless you had a name for yourself. They don't even walk up to the promoter, owner, nothing. They're gonna be like, "Well, what do you do?
Yeah.
You on? Oh, you're not on radio? Yeah, I'll get back to you." Like that's how it was. Now it's like, "Well, my boy, he's a DJ. How long has he been DJing? Oh, he started last summer. But we can get you 40 kids in here, and oh, okay, bring them in." Like that's what the club owners are doing now. Like it's all about and that kind of chased away the dedicated regulars because they're like, well, I want to hear the one I want to hear.
Yeah.
And now that you pushed out the ones that have been doing it for decades and keeping your steady money coming in, now the owners and the promoters, well, actually, you really don't see that many promoters nowadays.
Yeah.
Even the owners got rid of them. Like it's once they saw that money flowing in, it was like, cut that corner, cut that corner.
Yeah, got rid
now
of
it's
the
to the
middleman.
point where you even have the jukeboxes on the wall now. They don't even want to hire entertainment. They just turn it on and just shuffle the music now. Like that's why the nightlife is just, they rather just have it a sports bar than to actually have entertainment and have people come and drink and have a good time. That's why there's no social gatherings anymore. Everybody wants to sit online and like I could literally sit in my house on a Friday night and just stream live, have 400 people watch it and have a great time.
Yeah.
That's what social life is now. People just going to Facebook Live and watching somebody in their bedroom instead of getting up, go out, and socialize. That's what's going on.
Yeah.
Like they rather sit there in front of their phone like this instead of saying, "Yeah, let me go hop in the shower. Let me throw something on.
Yeah.
And let's just all get together and
Have a
Unless
good
it's
time.
Have a good
Sunday,
time.
And then we say,
Yeah,
we watch
unless
the
it's
show.
Sunday.
Then you sit.
Not talking about y'all. Y'all do what y'all do with us. Everybody else.
yeah, that don't. But after you finish watching this,
Then go out.
then
go
you go out. But
That's real, because everything that you just said is dead accurate. There are no establishments out here as far as go to the club, I remember we used to get fresh. You know what I mean?
Listen,
like
they don't
start getting ready.
Yeah.
Like a group of people come to the house, start getting ready, get fresh, get dipped, clean up,
see,
pre-game.
Go to Dots on Friday
Whoa.
to get an outfit.
see for you,
You just say go to Dots
for you youngins that
J&W.
are for the youngins that are listen for the youngins that are watching this right now.
Go to JW.
Exactly. Hitting Chess King forward. They don't know nothing about
Go to
that.
Big Dog.
Yep. Hitting JWs. Exactly. Fashion Express. They don't know
Ralph
nothing
Lauren.
about that. Listen, they don't get what we had
Get
to
a
fight
fresh
for to
outfit.
get in them clubs. They don't understand what we went through to get in them clubs.
The lines we had to wait on.
Sorry, young man.
Getting
Your
turned
pants
away.
are too baggy. Sorry, your shirt's too baggy.
Oh, no.
Wrong shoes.
Wrong shoe, you can't come in
but
with
then
them
look,
shoes.
No,
Like you had
but
to
shot
be
traveling.
Yo.
Remember traveling? We like traveling to go. Remember New Year's Eve? Somebody had to wait in the car.
Oh, I remember that.
Remember that?
Somebody forgot their ID.
Somebody forgot their ID
See,
and
they
had
don't
to
know
wait in
nothing
the car.
about that. Getting left in the
New
car for
Year's
4
Eve.
hours.
Left in the car on New Year's
Said,
Eve.
listen, we don't
'Cause they forgot
travel
their
for almost an
identification.
hour to have to turn back around.
Yeah.
You get left in the car.
You stay in the car.
You stay in the car.
That's it.
Here you go. Key right here. You get cold. Turn the heat on. We'll be out in a minute.
We'll be out in a little
We'll be
while.
out.
Come
Last
check
call.
on you.
We'll be out. You forgot your ID?
We don't have those nights no more.
No.
We don't have those nights anymore. And the nightlife used to be it was like a club hop atmosphere.
I remember when downtown was,
The Rotary.
it was insane.
You didn't even have to go in the club.
Like,
No, you just drove around.
yeah. Like there was
Everybody
bumper
had
to
the same
bumper
window.
traffic
Yep.
and
My
people
first
were bar
accident.
hopping. Like it was just,
yeah.
yeah.
And
It was
it's-
insane.
They're killing everything. Like they took everything away from the city. They took away the Latin festival. They took away so much.
Yeah.
It's like, what are we doing now? I think that's why you say you make a lot of your money is on your side hustles.
Yeah, because
Like
everybody's
your
doing their
house
own
parties,
individual.
your weddings,
Yeah.
your graduation parties, things of that nature. Those are more lucrative for
Yeah.
you because Yeah, there is no club. Like, you have to be a resident DJ at a club. But the problem is none of the clubs exist anymore. And the ones that do, they already have their resident DJs. There's like 3 that I can think of in my head that are actually still relevant out here.
And not to mention...
No, please mention.
That's low key.
Like,
speak on it, Mac Dimes.
Don't hold your tongue.
Sure, I never hold my tongue.
We know. We've seen your face.
Listen,
we'll talk about that.
Like, it just, when people say, "Oh, I'm too old, too old, too old," listen. My mother's 20 years older than me, and she's still living life.
Yeah.
We ain't too old.
Yeah.
You just have to figure out. You can't be dancing on speakers no more like you was 21.
Yeah.
You can still go out.
Yep.
You can still go listen to the music you like. You can still socialize. Everybody use the excuse, "Oh, I'm too old," or "I'm going to bed early." Why? I understand some people work different shifts. Some people work, their job, their life is just, life is life. You're an adult. But you still need that.
Yeah.
A body in motion stays in motion.
Yeah.
So if you just sit there and you're like, "Oh, well, I worked and I don't want to," that's just you. Your brain is telling you you're old. So what you do is you just handle your responsibilities.
Take a nap.
You have to have time. Yeah, you have to have time for you. Listen, I'll be the first one to tell you, I'm taking a nap. Listen, my phone gets turned down. I'm taking a nap. Listen, I take a nap. When my body's tired, I'm laying down. Then I get up refreshed.
I get that.
I keep it moving.
And I guess that's probably how people just stay. I'm not a nap guy. Honestly, I feel like I don't feel like I look my age by any stretch. I don't. You damn sure don't look your age.
You don't know.
You know what I mean?
People still talking to me like,
I know.
Look at here.
Right?
I'm older than you. Like, don't talk down to me. Like, yeah.
I don't ever want to feel like I am my age. That whole I associate taking a nap in the middle of the day with like my grandmother. Facts. I do.
Nah.
That's what I associate with. So like when she come home and she'll get home at 5:00 in the afternoon. She'll take a nap. I'm like,
I don't anymore. I have the baby, so.
But you're napping.
No, but I take a 30-minute
But
power
I hear
nap.
what you're saying.
I get up,
Yeah.
I make coffee,
Like,
and
it's
I
like-
start
it's like
the
a
second
quick-
half of my day.
Yeah, a refresh.
Just a
reboot.
quick,
I get that.
reboot, and then because I mean, when you're
afraid
going,
if I-
Because I don't want to go to
It's
bed
like
at 9
drugs.
o'clock. I want
It's like
to
drugs for me.
feel like
feel
I
like if
didn't
I
spend
do
my
it-
entire day at
If I
work.
try it once,
so you go start getting addicted
I'm gonna
to
like it too.
sleeping.
I'm gonna get the I'm out under the covers at 5 in the afternoon. And then I'm gonna just like it too much. I'm not doing it. I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm not gonna do it. So you nap.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it works for you.
Listen, there's ways of still enjoying being outside your house
Yeah.
and
I
taking
get
care of
that.
your responsibilities. It ain't like you got to run out here and just be like, "Hey, tossing
Right.
money
Yeah.
and getting tore up and just being out." Like,
But you can
take a couple
dedicate-
hours
yeah.
out of the
we
week.
try and make it a point to go out on Saturdays. We
Yeah.
used to have Tuesdays too,
Yep.
but
Yeah.
it gets a little expensive after a while.
Yeah.
But
Yes. And we got real things that we are trying to accomplish.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, but
I
we
mean,
do-
Saturdays that's date night, and
We
we
need that
go
time.
out.
You know, we do. We definitely need that time.
Yeah.
And it'd be nice to. Yeah, I would love to just have a place. Like, I don't even know where to begin to look nowadays.
No, because
like,
we
to have a
usually
place
hit
to
the
get,
casino or something.
Yeah, like
because
to
there's nothing out here.
get deck and just go.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? And like she said, like we'll hit the casino.
That's the only time.
That's
we
the
get
only
to
place
dress
that I
up.
know of. We get
Yeah, like
and you
when
can go in
get-
and
just have a good time. Out here, like
Nope.
I don't.
I'm not dressing up for my ties.
they converted them all into bars. Like I told you, they're just big bars. There's no
Yeah.
lounge. There's no everything is you come in there with whatever you feel and just buy liquor and go home. That's all it is. There's no
You could do that here. So
Yeah, you could do that at home.
exactly.
Turn the music all the way up, put it on shuffle.
Exactly. It's
Turn the music
I
all the way
like
up.
we'll go to Foxwoods and they have this little club in the middle. I like standing there like, what the hell is this guy
that
playing?
spot, the center bar.
Yes.
That's fun. You can stand there.
It's
And
so
just,
random.
You just
stand there and people watch.
You don't even have to
all
walk
day.
in. You just stand there.
And you're not old, you're not too old, you're
Nope.
not too young.
Nope.
You're there and the DJ is there and
Yep.
you can just people watch all night. It's so
That's
fun.
Yeah.
fun. So
It's
now
far
I
away.
know you do. Okay, so the DJing, that's just your bread and butter, like, and that's just your heart, like that's what you do. But you also have a passion for cutting. You're a
Oh yeah,
barber.
yeah.
How'd that happen? Because you wasn't always doing that. Like, where did that come from?
Matter of fact, we can do you one better. So, 4 years high school.
Yep.
Graphic arts was the major.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
You was like the graphic arts guy.
Worked 2 years, and being that you got to go to a big city to actually make real money. So I was like, actually, shout out to Kempa. He was the one that actually, because one day, what happened was, he was my barber.
Yep.
Growing up. And in between, if I wasn't able to make it, I'd do it myself.
Yeah.
So, you go back to your barber, you're going to be like, I ain't seen you in 2 weeks. I didn't do that.
Yeah.
Like, because he looking at it like it's semi-fresh,
Yeah.
but it grew. So he's like, where you been going? And I was like,
Like you
I only
cheated
come
on-
here.
like you
Yeah. Like, he
cheated on-
looking at me up and down like, so who's the other chick? Like,
Yeah.
and I was like, nah. I'm like, I couldn't make it, so I did it myself, blah, blah, blah. And he was like, yeah, all right. So the first time, he didn't say nothing. And then the next time, he was like, where are you going? And I'm like, I'm not going nowhere. He's like, so you're cutting your own hair like this? And I'm like, yeah, like, give me an extra mirror. I'm like this. Like,
Yeah.
it took me a while, but I was like,
Yeah.
So he was like, listen, he was like, if you can cut your own hair like that, he's like, why don't you just get into barbering? He's like, if you're able to do your own that good, he's like, just get into it. And I wasn't thinking, I'm like, I do graphic arts. Like, he's like, no, he's like, you don't understand. He's like, you got the eye and the hand coordination. He's like, it all works hand in hand. Because, Kemper was DJing too. He's like, I'm a DJ and a barber. He's like, I'm doing both.
Yeah.
So I was like, So I was like, And he was like, extra income. I was like,
Yeah.
So then I just went to Rob Roy, banged it out, got my license, started cutting. And throughout the years, the barbering was the main source of income.
Yeah.
Because the DJing, I was still,
Building.
yeah. So once technology switched over and, we got into the laptops and I was able to do more gigs with more music and entertain more people, the money started coming in, boom,
Yep.
boom, boom. And then years later, so now it's flip-flop to where cutting hair a couple days a week, DJing, but there's more money coming with the DJing.
Yeah.
So that's why I was like, finally, it's like my passion was the music, even though I was born with the talent of the graphic arts. I'm able to cut hair,
Yep.
but the music is what I really loved
Yeah.
growing up.
Yeah.
So it was like, okay, now
It's a healthy
I'm
balance.
at a happy place now. Because
Yeah.
I'm like, I can get up every day and it's like there's no stress to,
Right.
oh man, I gotta go to work today. Like, that's just what it is. Like they say, if you really love what you're doing, it's not work.
Right.
Yeah.
You just get up and you just go throughout your day and you just get compensated for it.
Yeah.
And that's what it is.
So where you a resident barber at now?
Matt's at the Buzzer.
In
Right down the street from your crib.
in Millbury.
That's at the
Oh,
buzzer.
yeah.
All right.
Oh, overnight pizza chef.
Tell me about Hustle Squad DJs.
All right. I'll start from the beginning.
Because you're president.
Yeah,
Of
president
Hustle
now. At first, because shout out to Jay Classic. He's CEO.
Okay.
Back in the MySpace days.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. Back in the MySpace days.
Grace.
Hair standing up. Spider-Man.
I still remember my MySpace login.
Yeah.
I check it every so often. Go ahead.
So, on MySpace, I got hit up in a message. This was 2007. And I had just out of nowhere, he's like, yeah, I've been following you, checking out your grind, blah, blah, blah. And you want to be part of this team. So I'm like, what team? And he's like, I got a team, it was Hustle Fam, which is the music artists, and then Hustle Squad. He's like, I'm building a DJ team to help promote my artists. So I said, I'm like, let me get back to you, because I was like, I ain't been in no team. Like, I've been doing it on my own. Like, what do I need your team for? What are you gonna do for me that I'm not already
Doing for yourself.
So a couple weeks went by, and then I hit him back, and I'm like, all right, fill me in. Let me know what's up with this team. So he goes, well, we're gonna have a retreat, our first retreat, so everybody can meet, and we can all, see what's going on. I can fill everybody in. So I'm like, okay. I'm like, where's the retreat? He's like, oh, it's in Louisiana. I'm like, bro, I'm in Massachusetts, bro.
Yeah.
Like, so I'm sitting there like, so now I'm like, okay, do I get up, go to Louisiana, and then get nothing out of it, or do I sit here, pass up the opportunity,
Get nothing out of
and
it.
then be like, damn. So I'm like, you know what, the hell with it. I'm like, I ain't been to Louisiana. We'll look at it as a vacation getaway. So for the weekend, they got us hotels or whatever. All I had to do was just get out there. The hotel was already taken care of. So I was like, all right. So
That's fair.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, okay, he's legit. He can pay for the hotel. I'm like, wow. So I was like, all right.
Yeah.
So we get out there, and
I
Either
remember
it's good
that.
or you're
Yeah.
about to get
I remember
murdered.
that.
yeah,
I remember that.
Yeah.
Because I remember the pictures.
yeah. So yeah, shout out to Miss Juicy.
Well,
Yeah.
shouts to Miss Juicy.
Yeah, that was the model that hosted the weekend for our retreat.
I don't know
Like
if I'm
that
supposed
was,
to clap.
she was, yeah, because
Miss Juicy, don't smack me. I was shout out.
no, it wasn't
Go
unpersonal. It was just she was the host, like and then she hosted my birthday party afterwards. But so we out there, and I met before he even had a name. I met Dero Music.
Yeah.
He had on long white tee, airbrushed, some bright colored shorts. Like he was just an average kid, just right out of high school.
Yeah.
So we sitting, cause he's from Texas, and he's just talking to me. He's like, "Oh, is it up in Massachusetts? Blah blah blah. I never been outside of Texas. I never been." So I'm like, "Damn, bro." Like, so I'm like, "Well, it's my first time down here." So we just talking, comparing notes, and a year later, he got his deal. So I'm like, I was bugging out about that too. I was like, oh, like I was just sitting there with this kid, like who was just clueless about the rest of the world, and bam, now he's a superstar, and he's part of my team. So I was like, whew, I'm like, yeah, had to pop the collar on that
Felt
one.
good.
I'm like, yeah. So, but just being there over the weekend and meeting everybody I met from all different areas, and just seeing the talent. And I was in a room full of people that was doing what I was doing, striving for the same thing. And I was like, okay, I could run with this, because everybody here is serious and there's no BS going on.
Yeah.
Like everybody was about their business.
Yeah.
And I learned a lot about the South and about music and how it became, how the Southern rappers and DJs just bypassed everybody and took over the airwaves, because their grind is serious.
Yeah.
Like we respect New York because that's what, we're up here. Like we respect New York hip hop, California hip hop, but in the South, it doesn't matter what they're doing. They're hustling. They're about their money. They're about their business. When they got their mindset on something, they're going to get it.
Yeah.
And I saw that, and in being around them, it pushed me even harder, because I'm like, okay, I'm coming from Massachusetts, where we just a bunch of crabs in a pot. And I'm sitting next to people that never, ever talked to me or seen me before. And it's just embracing. They're like, yo, we're family. Boom. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. Blah, blah, blah. We're going to make it happen. And 10 years later, now I'm the president. I'm pushing artists. I'm like, the list of DJs that are on the team now is just out of control. Like, just DJs everywhere now. And it's crazy, because when I go down there and you say the name, it's like they show you love. But up here, it's just something about up here
It's still a question mark.
Doesn't matter what you represent.
Yeah.
There's still that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you could have it all laid out, like just bam, here you go, and then they look at you like. So a lot of people tell me like, oh, why are you so humble and blah blah blah. It's like, listen, I could pour out my resume and show it to you. I gladly show it to you and show you who I'm running with and their resume, but what's the point?
Yeah.
I get love outside of my area.
Yeah.
What's the point of showing it to you?
Yeah. That's always been like the
They
like
do embrace you in the South.
Oh, I know
Definitely.
that. I absolutely know
we
that.
had family in a week.
Yeah.
You know?
Like you can't walk down the street in
But I'm saying
the South without how you doing?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's just that camaraderie. That
Like,
camaraderie.
even-
It's just nice down there.
every club had amateur night
Oh,
and
yeah.
shows, and then all of a sudden you just
Performed
have these
plenty of
group
those.
of people
Yeah.
that you're battling. I mean, not me, but him. That you're battling against,
Yeah.
but they become your family all of a sudden. Like there's no hate.
Yeah.
They they're all on the
They
same
just rock
page
with
trying to
Because
do
they
the same
all
thing.
listen.
They all hustlers.
That same weekend I was down there. Oh
They all
my
hustle.
Lord. Oh my Lord. So the first night we was at one club. Left that club, there was an after party. Like every club we was at was a spot where our DJs were DJing for that night.
Yeah.
So we left that spot, went to our after hour. It was a big, it looked like a warehouse. It was huge. And hundreds of people came to the after party. So there was this random chick who just got on the stage, just started dancing, then started stripping. Random chick. And I'm thinking, like, because I'm like, oh, okay, so they got to dance to entertain and all that. So I'm like, all right, cool. Next night, we go into an after hours spot. Like, it don't even open till 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
Closes at 6.
Yeah.
So I'm in line, and I just look back, and like 3 bodies behind me, that chick again.
Yeah.
So I'm like, so I tap the other dude. I'm like, yo, isn't that the chick from? He's like, yeah. And I'm like, who is that? He's like, I don't know. I'm like, none of y'all know who this chick is? He was like, I don't know. She was at the after party. I'm like, bro, nobody hired her. He's like, nah, she just decided to get up. Yo, I swear this girl made about $500 at the after party.
That's crazy.
Every dude that was in there was just, like,
Yeah.
and she really probably walked out with about $500.
Yeah.
Just getting up, like, and this is what I try to tell you, females around here. Y'all was doing it wrong. Be on your grind. I got much respect for women in the South now. I don't care if you take your clothes off. I don't care if you sell oranges. In the South, they grinding.
Yeah.
They go get it. Yeah. Trust me. So everything that y'all was doing for the past 10, 15 years, y'all could have been had 3 houses. Because y'all need to go down south and see how them women do it. Cause think about, like, I didn't know her from a hole in the wall, and I'm just like, oh, you know, whatever. And even after finding out, I'm like, hat off to her.
Yeah.
She saw the opportunity. She was like, listen, I'm in a room full of dudes that is already sipping. I'm going to get this money.
Yeah.
So she decided to freelance, and she got her rent paid.
Yeah. Damn.
And not one person was down in her. Not one person was, it was just like, oh, yeah, that's the chick from the after party. And just went about their business.
Yeah. Now, imagine what she's
yeah.
doing now. No, imagine where she at now. She's probably a resident house top show
Somebody saw her.
stripper right now.
Listen,
It's
when
possible.
when I went to Charlotte to visit my cousin years ago,
Yeah.
and we went to this spot. This dude is like the king of strip clubs. Lord have mercy. So when he walk in, they know him on a first name basis. I'm like, bro, you gotta slow down.
Yeah, I
man.
don't want that rep.
You gotta slow down. When they know you, when you walk in and they know you. So I'm like, bro. So he introduced me to one chick, and I was like, all right, cool, whatever. And then the next day, he's like, yeah, you know that chick that I introduced you to, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah. He's like, yeah, I went to high school with her. Now, grant you, she looked like she was 22 years old. Now, my cousin is about 4 years older than me.
Yeah.
So I'm doing the math, like, wait a minute, she went to high school with you. Bro, he was like, yeah, she's bad, ain't she? I'm like, she don't even look older than 25. Yo, she was pow. And so now, when I just recently went down there, and we were going to get drinks, and he was like, yo, you remember her? And she was making our drinks. She was behind the bar. And I was like, no, who the hell's that? And he goes, remember when we went to that strip club and blah, blah, blah? And I'm like, yeah. He goes, that's her. He's like, yo, now she got 2 Mercedes and she got a big house and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, and he goes, yeah, now she's the manager here. And I'm like,
From stripping?
she graduated from that. She ain't got to take her clothes off no more. That was her stepping stone. Now she calling shots. I'm like, listen,
You get it where you get it.
you got to stay. It doesn't matter what you have to do in the beginning. Stay focused. Like you got, hey, for some things you got to pimp yourself out, but have that self-respect. Like don't go overboard. Like do what you got to do, but have that respect.
Yeah.
And that's what I saw going down south was like, I mean, I was around some when I came back, I looked at people up here when they talking about they real.
No, you're not.
Y'all ain't real. Yeah, I was around some. Listen, whew,
So you learned a lot.
whew,
I get it.
man. Listen, listen. First of all, I'm in Louisiana where the only light you got at night is the moon.
Yeah.
That first 48 ain't no joke. That TV show is real.
Yeah.
So I was just like just being down there was it was a learning experience. Just being around people that they'll give you the shirt off their back and they're about their money.
Yeah.
Like it's real. Like they will embrace you. Don't cross them, but you family.
Yeah.
And then that's what kept my mind, like that's what keeps me going, because I'm thinking about that. I'm like, well, if they can keep pushing, why can't I? We just in a different demographics. I'm up here, they're down there.
Yeah.
And they're still doing it. Like I see what they're pushing. I see where they're living. I understand, with different Massachusetts down, like it's different pay scales, different expenses, but I'm like, I can still get that.
Yeah.
All I gotta do is have the drive like they do and just keep moving.
Yeah. Now you have you got something coming up, June 2nd.
Oh, June 2nd?
You have you're DJing at the Palladium on June 2nd, right? For Dave
Dave and Don Q.
Yeah. How'd that
Oh, Mr. Jose Rivera.
happen? Boxing.
Yeah.
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 Shouts to Jose Rivera.
Yeah. Matter of fact, I'm doing the fight too.
man
I'm
is
doing
an
the fight too in August.
Avid. He got a fight coming up in August?
Yeah, he's doing another. Yeah.
That man is an avid staple in this community.
Yes.
Respect that.
Yes.
Respect to that man.
Yes.
So what part is he playing? He's the promoter?
He's
For this show?
Well, his son AJ, it's his promotional team, and then I think the other Jose Rivera, their cousins.
I'm not sure.
It's Camachito. He's the cousin. So the cousin is like spearheading the music aspect of it. And then AJ's doing the boxing promoting.
Yeah.
But it's all under Rivera Promotions.
Yeah.
So they just doing like that like the money team type.
Yeah.
You got your music entertainment and you got the boxing entertainment. And I did the DCU for them. I did that boxing event.
I remember that.
And then they brought me on. So pretty much, I'm pretty much their DJ now for all their events. So that's why I'm telling people, like, there's different. You really don't have to stick with the club scene. You can get your foot in the door, but there's ways of using your talent to progress
Yeah.
Right.
and do bigger and better things.
Yeah.
Our granddaughter's father.
Yeah, we're babysitting that night.
Yeah.
Our granddaughter's
I
father
absolutely
is
would go,
performing.
but he's performing. He's one of the opening acts
Yeah.
for that show, for the Davies show.
Which one?
Dirty Meech.
Dirty Meech.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's performing. So, shouts to Dirty Meech.
Shout out to Dirty Meech.
Yeah, he's performing that night. And then I saw an initial flyer and you weren't on it, and then I saw another one and I'm like, okay.
Shout out to Chubby Chub. He's gonna be hosting.
Shouts to Chubb. I ain't seen Chubb in a minute. Shouts to DJ Chubby Chubb. So that's on June 2nd. You got anything else coming up? This resume is so extensive.
Like, let me open my black book.
It's
Let me check my calendar.
for real.
So you got this show coming up on June 2nd.
Yeah.
You
Like,
have
everything
the-
else is pretty much weddings and birthdays.
Yeah, you got the fight coming up in August.
Mm-hmm.
Where's the fight?
Palladium. It's at the Palladium also.
Okay. I want to go to that.
Do you make more money in the summer than you do in the winter? Because more people are out having parties.
Do you wear your vest in the summer and not in the winter?
What?
Because more people are out in the summer.
Yeah.
Sun's out, guns out.
Well, it pretty much like spring and fall is considered wedding season.
Yeah.
You got your spring weddings, your fall weddings.
Yep.
Birthdays just fall in between. And then, around this time, late spring, summertime is graduation time. And that was the other thing
What's that?
that I noticed about this area lately.
What?
Prom season.
Yes.
That's another thing that has changed because
I feel like it started earlier.
but I've heard some interesting stories about DJs
Really?
doing proms nowadays. Yeah. It's
I want to know.
I mean, you can go out and you
The
can
hell?
spend you can spend $10,000-$20,000 and have your setup look real pretty. But that's just to look good in the photos.
Yeah.
You have to be a DJ.
Yeah.
You have to execute. You have to show and prove. Like, you can have all the lighting you want. You can have top of the line equipment, but I've
If your
heard
set sucks.
exactly. And if you don't know how to drop the songs, if you don't know what songs to drop, what's the point?
Yeah.
And I've heard stories, people like, oh my God, like they just get frustrated. And I'm like, well, you had my business card. And I just leave it at that and I just go about my business. But I've been noticing that too. Like, a lot of people are still trying to fake it till they make it. And it's just, people are still falling for it.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of real, genuine DJs can't make a living around here because of all the ones that are still
Pretending.
all this. Oh, I could do, and then the person's already gave the deposit, already paid in full, and then it's like,
They get disappointed. after
exactly.
the fact.
It's like,
Yeah.
I mean, I understand, you run a risk. Everybody, we've all gone out, went to a restaurant, bought some food, it sucked. Wasted money. You know what I'm saying? But that's what's kind of killing the DJ game also, is just
Yeah.
the ones that were really, really been doing this for a while and genuine and really have the passion for it and know how to work with people. Because a lot of people just jumped in it just to make that fast cash.
Yeah.
They didn't jump into it because they know music and like music. They jumped into it because it's like, oh, well, I have about 5,000 songs. I should be able to make a living
There's
doing
no
it.
heart.
Yeah, it's just it's all about getting that check at the end of the day, and it's like, that's why you see them on Craigslist selling their equipment afterwards, because it's like,
And that got to be painful.
yeah,
Because it's, DJ equipment is not cheap by any stretch. I know that. I know that. If it's heavy, it ain't cheap. Your equipment was goddamn heavy. So
listen,
if it's heavy, it ain't cheap. Your equipment was heavy.
and I still got my records.
And that's what's up.
I'm gonna have to clean out my mother's garage before she sells them.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. Get them records. So you got June 2nd coming up. You
Yeah.
got the fight in August coming up. Weddings, parties, bar mitzvahs. I could never say that word. Bar mitzvahs. I can't say
Bar
Memphis,
mitzvah.
aluminium paper,
bar mitzvah.
Paschetti,
I can't say the word. Call me what you want to call me. I can't say the word.
bar mitzvah.
And then you're cutting here in Millbury at Matt's.
Yep.
That's
You're busy.
he's very
No, not
busy.
really. I'm only working 3 days a week.
Stop.
Really?
But you still got money coming in regardless.
Yeah, that's people still look at me like, even at the barbershop, I'm like, you know how long it took me to get to this point where I could just 3 days a week. I mean, I'm still working because on my days off, I still gotta prep for gigs and I gotta so I'm not just sitting around doing nothing. I still got behind the scenes work that needs to be
Right.
done, but
And you still
it's my schedule now. Like, I can sit in a bed and do work. Kind of like anybody that has I work from home. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
You go to the office a couple days, you work from home a couple days. So that's how my life is now. It's just
you get to basically you make your own schedule.
Yeah.
That's an accomplishment.
I mean, it's a gift and a curse when you're self-employed because it's like you still got to make sure that money's coming in.
Yeah.
You still gotta, because it ain't like you just get up and go get that paycheck and do some work for somebody for 8 hours a day because you know that check is coming, but you got to make sure that money's coming in when you're self-employed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to hold yourself accountable. You can't.
Exactly.
Like
if I ain't putting in the work, I'm not making the money. I can't blame nobody but myself.
Blame anybody else.
Yeah.
I respect the hell out of that. Was that you?
That was my phone.
I have to teach us some things.
It's called silent, not vibrate.
Yeah, silent, not vibrate.
It doesn't go silent.
There it goes again.
She got the only cell phone that don't have silent mode.
She been only cell phone in the face of the world
cell phone on the
that
planet.
don't go silent. It's vibrate only. Okay, babe. We'll let you tell it.
Blame Apple.
We're gonna blame.
Oh boy.
No accountability. All right, Sha. I want to thank you, B, for stopping through. I really, really do. I appreciate it. It's not like this is stuff that I didn't know,
Yeah, it's interesting though. I don't know.
but they didn't know. You know what I mean?
Oh, they know. They just don't say nothing.
They.
Oh, let me stop.
There's just a certain camaraderie.
don't
There's a
know,
certain respect.
They don't show. Or you
I
don't
don't
care.
care.
No.
It's just a certain camaraderie that's supposed to be like DJs are supposed to get more respect. Period.
Yeah.
And it's lacking right now.
It started when artists all of a sudden you see them on stage with their show already formatted and the sound man's playing it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you always looked forward. Everybody, whether it was a label that had a main DJ or two main DJs, all their artists went on tour with those DJs.
Yeah.
The DJs spun their music.
Yeah.
And the DJ was always introduced. Like, this is
Yeah,
DJ.
this is my DJ. The DJ was in the photos, album cover, blah, blah, blah. Now it's like, well, we can make you a star.
Yo, the DJ's name was in the title of the group. Eric B and Rakim. Rob Bass and DJ Easy Rock. DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. Like, son,
Yeah.
It's not like that no more.
No. Nope.
That's all right. We know.
Yeah,
We know.
We know.
Who's Ray Schmurner's DJ? Who? Real talk. Like, who? They got a DJ? We don't know. Lil Uzi Vert got a DJ? What's his name? We don't know.
Little pistol starter.
Lil-
Nook and them.
DJ Nuck Nuck. Mm-hmm. I'm just, DJs need more respect. That's it.
I mean, they have their tour DJs, but there's no DJ. Like, you just paying them to be like, oh, we're going to go on tour for 8 weeks or 5 months. Okay. And then what does he do after that? Does he just go back to his regular club gigs?
Yeah.
No, he's supposed to be on that album. He's supposed to be in the studio. Your DJ is supposed to be your producer.
Yeah. This is true. Get back to the basics, man. That's the moral of the story. Back to
Y'all
the
done
basics.
strayed away.
Contact information anybody needs to get at you, book you, shows. Where can they find you?
You just hit up my manager, T. Mizzer. No, let me see.
How can they find you, man?
Handles all my affairs. Nah.
They come correct with the money.
So, you just go directly to my website. Everything, all the links, everything is at djshaboo.com, ShaBoo.com. Yeah, that's another thing. I have an official website laid out in detail.
Oh, I've seen it.
Yeah, and some of these other DJs don't even have business cards.
I've seen it.
I gotta apologize about the birthday though. I was working. I had to, man,
Oh, what, my birthday?
Yeah.
Oh, no, don't even
'Cause
worry
I was
about it,
like,
man.
damn.
Listen, I knew
I was
you
like,
wanted to be here.
Damn.
All right, for y'all that don't know, I hit that I'm an old man officially. I can't go to the clubs no more.
He had that
I'm
10
40.
years ago. 10 years
And-
ago. That glass is 10 years old.
Yeah, my closest people around me decided that they wanted to surprise me with a party, and while everyone couldn't be here, I know that everybody wished me well, and I appreciate everybody that showed up, and I appreciate the ones that didn't but acknowledged the day. So thank y'all. Thank you for orchestrating all of it. I appreciate it. And on that note, thanks ShaBoo for coming through.
Thank you.
I am Curtis Smith.
I'm Colleen Smith.
She don't got a last name. All right, whatever. We're gonna work on her. We're gonna work on her.
Yo!
We're gonna see y'all next week. Thank y'all for coming through. Peace.
Send the credit.
Yeah.